Welcome to Cosmetic Companion and what the Pro version offers compared to the standard Cosmetic Companion. So the Pro version is all about allergens and labels. For this, we just go into your main screen and then onto the orange tab, which will take you straight into this area. And along this taskbar here, you'll see allergens and labels. If you click on that, it'll bring this up. Okay, so what have we got here? We have all the allergens for the UK in this section and all the allergens for the EU in this section. So if you're within the UK and only sell to the UK, you can just decide to use these allergens. However, if you're in the EU, you need to use them all, including the top box and the bottom box, which will become a law for the EU members after July 2026 next year. I know a few of the UK people have started using it as well because possibly it will come into force in the UK as well. So they're trying to get ahead of the game. There are about 80 allergens plus that could be declarable on your label, depending on whether it's a leave on or rinse off product and the amount that's within the actual product. So, how do we find this out? Well, we go to allergen declarations. And I've actually used on here, hopefully it'll come up. No, there you go. This is off BBB's CSS website. This is the allergen declaration for tea tree essential oil, as you can see. And these have both UK and EU allergens already present so that we know that if you want to go that way or you need EU customer, it's all ready for you. So we'll come back to that in just a moment. So once you've stored things in your library, your recipes in your library, they should all come up here. As you can see, I've got an awful lot of CSSs. However, these might be your own bespoke or differently named. So I'm going to just click on the antimicrobial original and then I can click on the variant. It does only have one variant. Should it have more, they'd be listed down here and you would choose whichever variant you wish to go for. So this is the tea tree and lavender, like I said, and then it'll split that down into the two there. So I'm going to click on the tea tree at the top there, and I've already put the UK one in it. So so I can show you how this works, I'm going to add the any EU ones as well. So let's have a look at the allergen declaration. So let's go on to the tea tree. And as you can see, there's quite a few there. Now, if you're working with split monitors, this works out easier, or you split your screen down, or if you've printed it off, then you can actually see it and refer to it. As I'm trying to show you this on screen share, I'm going to have to keep bobbing backwards and forwards. So I'm looking for alpha terapena. Okay, so I'll just get rid of that for a moment. And I can go into this and type alpha in and it'll bring me up anything with that word in it, whether it's in the middle, the end, whatever. As you can see, it's there and it's in the EU lot. So I'm going to double click it and should throw it straight over there. Okay, so then I'm going to go back to my sheet and have a look what it was. So it's 10.485. 10.485. And I've just typed that in, and as you can see, it's now there. Now, if it was the only one that you had to add to it, you would then click on this and it would save that information. However, we know that there's more, so let's just do another one. And we'll go for the beta. I'm not going to even try and pronounce that. So let's go and have a look what beta ones that end in Cara. So, let's take that out. Beta. And you can see it's there again in the EU lot. Double click on that and there it goes. Back to my sheet and have a look. 0.064. 0.064. Okay, so you'd carry on going through that and just going through all the documents that you have until you've filled up exactly. Even if it's a really low amount, just pop it on there, then you've got them all saved. This will remember them. So if you ever go back to tea tree again for another recipe, it will remember what allergens you've put in. So you don't have to do this every single time. This will store in Companion. However, if you do buy from another supplier, these might alter. And in fact, some of these might alter too. So you do need to double check if you either buy a new batch or you go to a different supplier and check that it marries up and it is exactly the same. If it is, just carry on. If not, you can just amend it. You can take them out by clicking on that. So that would get rid of it. Or you can alter by just editing that and then clicking on this to save. You must save this before you go on to your next essential oil, otherwise it'll lose your data. So remember to just click every time. It's easier that way. Okay, so I have clicked on that now. It will store it. I just want to tell you a little bit about the cast numbers. If you want to search by cast number, again, you could put in a couple of letters. Oh, that was a really bad one to show you. And it'll bring you anything up with 60 in it. Obviously, you'd need to type more than that because cast numbers have got so many numbers. And it'll bring you up all the cast numbers with it. So if you've got cast numbers and you'd rather do it that way than with words, you can. So that's your two functions there. Now, a little bit of an important information here. If you click on this, it'll just tell you about the groupings. Some things are now grouped within allergens, like the citral grouping. Companion will do it automatically for you, and you can click on this at any time and read it in your own time. It is just there, just a little click and click on it to remove it. So now I want to see about these fantastic labels that we've produced. So we're going to produce that and it's going to go into your document library. That's what that little notice said. It's in my document library. So I'm going on to my companion and I'm just looking up for it. And as you can see, allergens is just there. Click on that and it'll bring up all the ones that you've done labels for in the past. Click up on it and it will show you in two different orders. So this will show you your all ingredients, including your base, etc. If you don't wish to put tea tree in it, you want to keep it with the inky name only, you can delete that out of it and save, or you can leave it in and it'll show you ascending order. The largest at the top, descending order, apologies, going from largest from the top down to the smallest, and then, of course, any allergens that you need to declare. Now, obviously, didn't finish doing all the allergens, so this is only just to show you a quick mock, but it also does it in list form. Now, this I find is really, really good for your PIF. It's almost doing your PIF for you, or some of it. So it's telling you your allergens where you can just put for your labels, or it's giving you in an order like that, where in my PIFs, it shows you all the ingredients and puts it nicely in order. So you can use either format, nice and easy, and it will just keep storing them in your companion folder. So that's that. And I think that's about it. It really is as simple as that. You can come in and out of it as often as you wish. Um, I don't think I've missed anything there. Have I, Julian? No, that was fine. And I hope you find that a really, real positive for Companion and for helping you with your labels.